Imagine waking up every single day and feeling like your body is a mystery. A puzzle you can't solve. You follow the rules, you take your medication, you avoid sugar, you try to eat right. But that number on the glucose monitor still climbs. It doesn't make sense. You feel like you are doing everything right, but your blood sugar doesn't care about how hard you are trying. It only cares about the biology. And the truth is, for most people over 60, the biology has changed. It is not your fault, but it is your responsibility to adapt. The human body is an incredible machine. It has backup systems, fail-safes, and redundancies. When you are in your 20s, your pancreas is like a young, energetic employee. It works overtime. It handles stress. It deals with bad food and high sugar without complaint. But after decades of work, that employee starts to burn out. The pancreas becomes sluggish. The insulin it produces becomes less effective. The cells of your body, the ones that are supposed to listen to insulin's signal, start to ignore it. This is called insulin resistance, and it is the silent driver of type 2 diabetes. Now, here is something that might shock you. Insulin resistance is not just about sugar. It is about inflammation. It is about fat storage. It is about hormone balance. When your cells resist insulin, your pancreas panics. It sends out more and more insulin to try and force the door open. That extra insulin floats around your bloodstream, causing damage. It damages your blood vessels. It damages your nerves. It damages your eyes, but there is a way to stop this cycle. And it starts with your plate. Let us go deep into the first line of defense. Broccoli. I want you to take a moment and really look at this vegetable. It looks like a tiny tree, but it is actually a chemical factory. Inside that green crown is a compound called glucoraphane. When you chew it, when you chop it, when you digest it, that compound converts into sulforaphane. Sulforaphane is one of the most studied plant compounds in modern science. It has been shown to activate something called the NRF2 pathway. This is your body's master antioxidant switch. When you turn it on, your body produces its own powerful antioxidants. These antioxidants attack the inflammation that causes insulin resistance. But here is where most people fail. They boil their broccoli. They overcook it. They turn it into a mushy pile of green sadness. When you boil broccoli, you lose up to 70% of the glucoraphane. You are not getting the benefit. The best way to eat broccoli is raw, lightly steamed, or even lightly stir-fried. And if you pair it with a little bit of mustard powder, you actually increase the absorption of sulforaphane. That is a simple trick that almost nobody knows. Now, let us talk about Brussels sprouts. This vegetable has a bad reputation. It is the most hated vegetable in America, but I want you to forget everything you think you know. Brussels sprouts are the unsung heroes of blood sugar management. They contain a nutrient that is rare in the plant kingdom: alpha-lipoic acid. This is a powerful antioxidant that works in water and in fat. That means it can reach every part of your body. It protects your nerves, which is critical for diabetics. It also enhances glucose uptake in your muscles. In other words, it helps your muscles pull sugar out of your blood, but you have to eat them, and you have to eat them regularly. Roast them with a little olive oil and salt. They become sweet and crispy. They are a completely different vegetable when prepared properly. Spinach. This is a vegetable that most people take for granted. It is cheap. It is everywhere. It is the background player in salads. But spinach is a heavyweight champion when it comes to glycemic control. The glycemic index is a measure of how quickly a food raises your blood sugar. Spinach has a glycemic index of 15. That is virtually nothing. It is practically free food for a diabetic, but it is not just the low sugar content that makes spinach special. It is the magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. One of those reactions is insulin secretion. When you are deficient in magnesium, your pancreas struggles to produce insulin. And most people over 60 are deficient in magnesium. They do not know it. They feel tired. They feel weak. They assume it is just aging. But it might be a lack of magnesium. Eating spinach daily can correct that deficiency, but spinach has another secret weapon: lutein. Lutein is a carotenoid that accumulates in your retina. It acts like internal sunglasses, protecting your eyes from blue light damage. Diabetes is the leading cause of blindness in adults. It damages the tiny blood vessels in your eyes. Lutein helps protect those vessels. 1 cup of spinach a day is a small price to pay for protecting your vision. Now, let us move on to a vegetable that is often mistaken for a fruit. Avocado. The avocado is a miracle of nature. It is packed with monounsaturated fats. These fats are heart-healthy. They lower LDL cholesterol. They raise HDL cholesterol. But for a diabetic, the real magic is in the fiber. A single avocado contains about 13 grams of fiber. That is half of your daily requirement. Fiber slows digestion. It creates a gel in your stomach that traps sugar and prevents it from being absorbed too quickly. That means no spike, no crash, just steady energy. But there is another benefit to avocados. They are incredibly satiating. They make you feel full. And when you feel full, you eat less. You snack less. You reach for fewer cookies and crackers. This is not a diet. This is a strategy. A quarter of an avocado with your lunch can change your entire afternoon. Let me address a fear that comes up all the time. Carrots. I hear it from patients constantly. Doctor, carrots are sweet. I cannot eat carrots. But this is a myth based on a misunderstanding. Carrots contain natural sugars, but they are locked inside a matrix of fiber. That fiber breaks down slowly. The sugar is released gradually. This is why carrots have a glycemic index of only 39. That is moderate. But if you cook them to death, you break down that fiber matrix. You release the sugar. You make it easier for your body to absorb quickly. So the rule is simple. Eat them raw or lightly steamed. Keep the crunch. Keep the fiber. Keep the protection. And do not forget about beta-carotene. This is the pigment that makes carrots orange. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A. Vitamin A is critical for your immune system, your skin, and your eyes. A half cup of carrots 3 times a week is a simple way to support your vision. Tomatoes, they are everywhere. Canned, fresh, sauce, paste, juice. But here is something you probably did not know. Tomatoes are one of the best sources of lycopene. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that reduces oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is the wear and tear on your cells. It is caused by free radicals. Free radicals are unstable molecules that damage your cells. They make your cells less sensitive to insulin. By eating lycopene, you neutralize those free radicals. You protect your cells. And the best part, lycopene is actually more bioavailable when tomatoes are cooked. That is the opposite of most vegetables. So that canned tomato sauce or that tomato paste is actually the best way to get lycopene into your body. Cauliflower has taken the food world by storm. It is in pizza crusts. It is in rice. It is in mashed potatoes, and there is a reason for this. Cauliflower is incredibly versatile, but the real reason it is a diabetes superfood is choline. Choline is a nutrient that most people have never heard of. It is essential for liver function. Your liver is responsible for managing your glucose production. When your liver is healthy, it produces glucose at a steady rate. When your liver is damaged or inflamed, it dumps glucose into your bloodstream at random intervals. This causes unpredictable spikes. Choline protects your liver. It keeps it functioning properly. Half a cup of cauliflower 4 times a week is a powerful liver tonic. Purple cabbage. I want you to take note of the color. The purple pigment comes from anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are flavonoids. They have been shown to reduce insulin resistance. They also lower blood pressure. They protect your heart. This is not a salad filler. This is a health intervention. You can shred it, you can sauté it, you can ferment it into sauerkraut. Fermentation actually increases the bioavailability of the nutrients. So purple cabbage sauerkraut is one of the best things you can eat for your blood sugar. Arugula, it is peppery, it is bitter. It adds a bite to salads. But arugula is rich in dietary nitrates. These nitrates are converted into nitric oxide in your body. Nitric oxide relaxes your blood vessels. It improves circulation. For a diabetic, circulation is a critical issue. High blood sugar damages your blood vessels. It makes them stiff. It reduces blood flow to your feet, your hands, and your organs. Arugula helps counteract that damage. It helps your blood flow. And when your blood flows, your nutrients flow, and your waste products are removed efficiently. This prevents complications. And finally, cucumbers. They are the most boring vegetable on earth. They are 95% water. They have almost no calories. But that water is exactly what you need. Most people do not drink enough water, they are chronically dehydrated. And when you are dehydrated, your blood volume drops. Your blood becomes concentrated. This makes your glucose reading artificially high. You might think your blood sugar is climbing, but really, you just need a glass of water. Cucumbers provide hydration along with a compound called cucurbitacin. This compound has been shown to slow the digestion of carbohydrates. It is a mild but effective way to flatten the post-meal glucose curve. Now I need to warn